Hello, everyone. Welcome to the newest episode of Roundscape Unscripted, episode 7. Actually, so it's kind of crazy. I didn't realize I'd gotten this far, but here we are. So, for those of you who do not know me, I am Wild Quill, the creative director for Arbus Game Studios that does Roundscape and did Uprising, and I'm working on Aranis and something else we'll talk about today too. So, thank you guys for stopping by. I actually have a lot to cover today. It's been a while since I did one of these video updates, so I'm kind of excited for that. Basically, just been putting my nose to the grind on a lot of writing and just the creative process, but I figured I'd just take a little bit of time off today and put one of these videos up for people on YouTube to check out and see where our group is at, see where the projects are at, because a lot of things have changed since the last update. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. So first things first, obviously get to talk about Roundscape, which is always fantastic. So big news, just for anybody who hasn't followed on Twitter or anything like that. The newest update to Roundscape, the patch from hell basically that it was, is finally in the game. And this patch adds a new system to the game that people have been waiting for a long time. So thank you guys, everybody who was very patient, and supported us through this process. The system that's in place now is the pregnancy update, and it finally allows players to have children with companions. If you're a male PC, and you have companions, you can have children with them if you have high affection and a relationship with them. The system also adds it that if you're playing as a female main character, you can get pregnant as well from encounters you have in the game. So basically, it's kind of the first stepping stone into the system, but it has been something that we've been working on constantly. Months ago we started on the artwork for it, and it's finally in the game. So we're really proud of the first step we've taken. It was a big step. There's still stuff coming. We'll still be updating it, but this is something that people way back on the Offbeater campaign that created Roundscape basically have been looking forward to. So thank you everybody who waited. Thank you guys who have been stuck with us through thick and thin. It really means a lot to the team. It means a lot to me, and thank you so much for continuing to give us the opportunity to make a fantastic game, to make something we all enjoy and are proud of. And thank you from me to you guys. And of course, we are still fine-tuning this system. We had some bugs to squelch right at the start of the patch. This was a patch from hell. Took a lot of effort from all sorts of different people. Just wanted to give a special thanks to Calio, because he worked overtime on this one. It took a little bit of time. We weren't able to get the mid-month July patch, but it's done. It's out, and I'm really psyched about that. That's fantastic. It's something a lot of people have been already enjoying. Really glad to have that out there. Something else we're working on bringing to you guys, the players, for Roundscape is MX Rest. So this is the last big piece of kind of story quest content for Roundscape, and when we sat down and designed it, basically we wanted it to kind of be separate, but kind of have a tie-in to the other story, but it really kind of stands on its own with a small tie to the events of Act 3. So that's kind of where it takes place story-wise, but it's very kind of like a separate entity, but still tied into what makes Roundscape enjoyable, the sort of encounters that you guys will have come to expect. All of that is, of course, built into the fabric of MX Rest. So to tell you a little bit more about it, MX Rest is the storyline once the player gets engaged with it. It takes place in a region called Higorn, and this is known as the Wildlands to the rest of the world. So it's kind of this mysterious area that a lot of the other races that the player has experienced up to this point, they don't really know what goes on there. So it's really kind of this separate, isolated area. And once you start the storyline, you'll start engaging with the Minotaurs of a region called MX Rest. And just to get a bit further into what we have, here are some of the names of the places that you guys will be exploring. The first, of course, is MX Rest, and this is a city built on the tomb of a legendary Minotaur hero. Beyond MX Rest, players will visit the Green Marsh, the Elder Forest, and the Tree of the Nest. Obviously, Minotaurs live in this region, but there are two other groups that the player will meet as they are playing this quest line. One group is called the Lizagons. They are a group of scaly warriors who hunt and keep watch over their swampy home. The other group is known as the Raven Clan, and these people are savage humans who worship the giant birds who save them from destruction. So basically, I'll leave that for you guys to explore what exactly you guys will do with these different groups when you guys get to start playing it. Our goal right now is to bring players into MX Rest with the August patch. So that is our goal for now, and just wanted to show off a little bit of what the plan is for Roundscape in the future. Next on the block is Uprising, specifically Uprising Episode 1. So for anybody who doesn't know, Uprising is our superhero game that still has some RPG elements. You get to pick, you're kind of like a regular guy kind of thrown into an extraordinary situation. You get to pick between 3 different powers, and using those powers that you unlocked, you have a whole move set based on the kind of type of power that you choose at the beginning of the game. You'll go through and you're on this mission to basically find out what happened to your sister, who's a scientist involved in superhero chemistry. So it's definitely something I think anybody who's into superhero style games would enjoy. Definitely still has our brand of story writing and encounters for the players to find as they're going through this, as they're investigating the storyline. And this was developed by our team. It was developed by Khalil. He was the game developer, and it was written by Hooked on Phoenix, one of our writers here, and he did a really great job. Definitely worth checking out. And right now, if you support us basically to get Roundscape, via Patreon, you also will get to have Uprising as well. So it's nice. It's a whole package deal. And yeah, definitely if you enjoy our style of games and if you enjoy superheroes, I definitely think it's something worth checking out. In the future, we are planning to have 4 more of these kind of compact episodes, but they're really cool because they had allowed us to scale down from what we were used to with Roundscape, but still have a really engaging storyline. I got to sit in on the room for episode 2's storyline getting created, and I think people are really going to enjoy what comes next. There's a lot of twists and turns with the storyline, but I think it's something comic book fans and superhero fans can get behind. And yeah, when all said and done, there should be 5 episodes, and I really think it's going to be a really cool story from start to finish. So definitely something you guys should check out. A little something I want to just do a quick note on is a game it's definitely far off, but it is something we're starting to invest some resources into, and it's a game called Banished. And I'll put up a little teaser of as we're going through kind of the character's design for the main character, just to show you guys off. And basically the same way we did MX Rest, we did a poll and we had all these different options for what we'd like to do for another kind of story-based game, and kind of a mix between Roundscape and Uprising as far as scale is. And what one was Banished, and it's going to be written by one of our writers named Nampites. And in this game, you're going to play as a older but still very beautiful elven female of noble lineage, and basically she's going to get framed for treason and then banished to a dungeon to appease the gods. So that's just a little teaser for something coming out down the line, but still wanted to show off what we're working on with that. Alright, last on the agenda today, it's talking a bit more about Aranis, our upcoming sci-fi game. So it's been really exciting since in between this video and the last video, Cal came out with the official trailer for Aranis, and I'll be having that play in the background here. So it's really exciting just because this is a whole, compared to the first video, this is, knocked it out of the ballpark. So I'm very excited just to show off more of what we've been working on to our supporters and to our fans out there. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. So just in terms of the kind of storyline that will be going on while players are going through the different tiers of Aranis, I think we learned a lot from Roundscape and Uprising, and we needed to learn a lot because of the differences in the game. Kind of going from fantasy to a sci-fi game and what kind of story we wanted to tell. But I think we've come up with a nice melding of the two. So our goal, is to craft kind of a smaller, more compact story, but still have it engaging, still have openings for encounters with your gladiator, with characters that you meet along the way. And I think, we've been going through that and adding kind of the storyline missions to the game. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. It's fantastic seeing how far we've come. Because in just a bit I'll show you guys kind of the earliest concepts of Aranis. In talking about the NPCs, the non-player characters, we definitely want the characters that and you can see one in the trailer. You can see this girl who's a weightlifter. That's one of the characters that will help train your gladiator and give her more strength. And there's different options for characters there's different options for players to choose that will basically improve the different stats. But it's a lot of it's about balance. There's a management and there's a balance aspect in Aranis, which I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. And with that, we want to make sure that the characters that you'll meet, the characters that you'll have conversations with, that they have purpose, that they have a really cool design, but that they have a significant role to play, because that's been very important with taking what we've learned of Roundscape with tons and tons of characters and kind of scaling that down, but still making sure that these characters that you meet and interact with and hopefully enjoy, that they have, even if it's just a bit of a conversation, you get to learn more about the world, or you get to learn more about the arena, or you'll unlock quests that you wouldn't have unlocked unless you talked to that character. So that's been really important with designing the NPCs that you will meet and encounter along the way. And something real cool, just to kind of show you guys for a bit, we have this concept that I did years ago now, when we were first tossing the idea around about a sci-fi game, as far as our totally at a loss for words. So as far as our influences, definitely there's movies like Blade Runner, Star Wars, games like Mass Effect and other games have been influences, and for both Cal and myself, we're big sci-fi fans. But we definitely have tried to craft a unique world that is how we would like to tell a science fiction story, set obviously with this big giant arena where players will be hopefully leading their fighter to great glory and riches. And so it's been really exciting designing these characters, and obviously having artists such as Mendoza Riot, who's fantastic artists that we've been so privileged to work with, because they can take something like my crude drawing here and with time take it to first stage, and then have a final stage where we have fully fleshed out, very well done bust art, bust images, and basically all the major NPC characters that you're going to interact with, we've taken tons of time to design them, make sure they look cool, make sure they're going to fulfill a purpose, obviously, and all these designs are thanks to Mendoza Rise. So again, thanks for them. And just a little last bit here, just to show off. Obviously, you guys probably saw it if you saw the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, please go check it out as soon as possible. Actually, so you can stop this video and go check out the trailer. I think it's that cool. But we have a fantastic pixel artist named Why Not, and he's great. He's done all sorts of cool animations, and I'll show a couple of them here in the video here. And basically, it's just been really cool because we found this perfect animator who does fantastic work. Sometimes, we give him the keys to the castle and we're like, okay, here's the character, design the battle animations however you want. Sometimes we'll have a specific special attack in mind, and he's been really great, taking the ravings of madmen and turning it into something really exciting. It's exciting for us and exciting hopefully for you guys as well. So it's been really cool, and yeah, just wanted to kind of show what we've been working on with Aranis recently, and cannot wait to show off more. Hopefully, I think the plan is still we're going to do a gameplay centric video that will kind of show you guys more of the mechanics, more of the brass tacks of how Aranis will play. So I'm hoping that's in the future, but definitely wanted to show off a bit more of what we have here for you guys checking out this video. Alright, that about wraps it up for me on this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys showed off something new that you can look forward to in the next couple of months. As always, you guys can check out our Patreon. I have a link in the description. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. See you soon.